again what is the plan job, apply job, undefined dependency. So there must be some problem here. Oh, I have not changed this one. Sorry. Yeah, it should be fine. So I again commit. See, it will give you what are the problems. Now the pipeline syntax is correct.
Oh, there's a pre-recording, by the way.
I think Ernest has some question.
Yeah. Tell me, please.
This is when I asked him. Listen. No. Sorry. Thank you. Ernest, from South Africa, Johannesburg. I just wanted to ask a question, sir. Seeing that when we are creating the pipeline, it is
Yes.
automatically triggered, and
Yes.
seeing that we are also using AWS resources. So my question would be, if this is automatically triggered, what are the implications in terms of costs to when you're using the resources, seeing that when we're using AWS resources, there are sometimes some cost implications. Listen to the
Yes.
answer. He's a seasoned
Now,
engineer. I love the way they answered.
to answer that question, it is a very good question actually. Now, I'm a DevOps engineer. Okay. My role is to implement uh, whatever the architectural design. That means there will be an architect, the solution architect, who is giving me a job. And the solution architect will get a job from the higher authority, maybe from the project manager or from the project team, where they have discussed all the implications of cost, budget, everything, because I'm working on a project. Now, all this cost implication, the quality implication, the timeline implications will be decided not at the stage when I will start building the pipeline. Those things were already decided beforehand. That means because the project needs some environment to be created with pipeline, automated pipeline with help of Terraform over the cloud AWS. The cloud can be anything because Terraform is cloud agnostic. It does not depend on the cloud, which cloud you are working with. Okay, so it may be your AWS cloud. It can be Azure, or it could be Google Cloud Platform GCP. Now, if I wanted to make one instance or 10 instances, 10 EC2 instances over the cloud AWS. Now, what will be the cost? What will be the size of the servers and how much data transactions will happen over each server? All these things were already earlier pre-decided. Okay, what will be the amount of traffic in and out of that server? All these things have been already designed and approved with the customer, with the business. Okay, therefore, it doesn't matter whether my pipeline, because I'm in the very lower rank of the ladder, the job will trickle down to me, come down to me at a stage when my developers are waiting for my a development environment to be set up. Who is going to set up that? As a DevOps engineer, I'm going to write a pipeline, write some scripts, and use Terraform, Ansible, whatever, the GitLab pipeline, CI/CD, and I will provide the environment which is part of the project. It is not saying I am doing something of my own. No, everything what I do was planned prior to my starting of the work, and therefore I have created a development environment to be. Now the developers wanted to have something of a pipeline where every day they will be starting to build their code or to put their code, or let's say it's a Java code or a Python code or a Laravel or say PHP code. Now whatever it is, they are every day putting onto that automated pipeline. So what will happen every day? A bit of that code that has passed onto the testing team. So I will also enable a testing environment through my scripts, through my automated pipeline. So the development code will flow down to the testing team for further testing. And this cycle will be built. That means if the testing fails, yeah. Thank you. It will come back to the development team. So this entire chain of activities, who is doing it for them? It is the DevOps guy. My role is to set up that environment. Now, for the sake of this internship program, I have just picked up a small portion of my activity, like, uh, let me go back, that uh, I am going to build one CI/CD pipeline where I will create. See, my pipeline has already been started working. So, what I'm doing in my pipeline, the first part of the job is to create a development server, let's say EC2 development server, and I will come to the next part of my job. So the first part was to check whether my Terraform scripts are fine. You validate the job. I have given a name to that job. So these are the stages: validate, plan, apply, destroy. And this is the pipeline. One after the other, the jobs will be fired. And do you see that once I made some changes, initially I wanted to give some, change the name of the job. I found that no, somewhere I missed out. So I again reverted it back. Now it started working. I didn't do anything basically. I just manipulated few things here and there, but I reverted back to the earlier stage. But my pipeline, poor pipeline, thought that I was doing some changes, though I was not doing any changes. Anyway, I have triggered the pipeline, automatic pipeline. You see, first of all, my Terraform jobs or the scripts were validated. Then I have a blueprint of what I am going to create. In my Terraform scripts, I have shown the other class, the previous session. We have seen that we are creating an EC2 instance with a particular name, and that we have created a security group also within that Terraform script, as well as we have attached one, fingerprint with that EC2 instance, so that nobody without a fingerprint matching will be allowed to enter the or to access my server. So that is one part. Another part was I have created a S3 bucket with sort of a property of versioning enabled. Then I have made the bucket applicable for public access. So I have created some permission level changes into that bucket. All these things were there in the Terraform script. I will just see it, how it was done. This was all done for my development team with a certain pipeline. I can
Quick
have
question.
another pipe. Yeah.
Quick question, Debasis. So when you say fingerprint, is it the public and private key?
Sorry, can you repeat?
When you say fingerprint, did you mean the public and private key?
Exactly.
Else?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. The public
Okay.
in the first place, because I want to give an access to my. I will show you when let's see that my EC2 instance has already been created. When the pipeline job was fired, my EC2 instance was created, and therefore I will now be able to show you that what I was talking about, the fingerprint and the security group. Okay, just I'm going to show it. So this will give me a very good idea. Can you see that all these right signs are those which are automatically run? So the plan job was the Terraform plan has executed. That plan shows, and also one thing, since my pipeline has executed, let me check the operate. Operate is where I can check the Kubernetes clusters, but I have not created Kubernetes cluster right now. But I am very confident my state file has been created. Can you see? Earlier it was showing that now it is number one Terraform state. So you see that DevOps internship Terraform state.
And I'm sure you can see that he went on to really go in depth in trying to explain this concept, and I was really blown away. And yeah, I was really blown away. Thank you, KalKey.